Reboots and pauses were a prominent trend for some of Bravo's greatest hits in 2024. Whether a program has to be suspended due to poor performance or rebooted because the cast ruined the show, many cherished shows are being thrown into disarray. Below Deck Sailing Yacht is probably going to suffer the same fate after the 5th season. The Friend Trio, which gave this series a novel feel, contributed to the spin-off's allure. The reasons to pay attention were Colin McCrea, Daisy Kelliher, and Gary King. Colin left after their intense argument in Season 4, and the tension between the two that remain this season is just awkward and off-putting. There is no longer any fun. Rather, the tension even from Captain Glenn Shephard having to assert himself has demonstrated that the spark is absent. Is there a way to stop this ship from sinking? Or will Below Deck Sailing Yacht have to reboot or pause? Below Deck Sailing Yacht might suffer the same fate in a parallel universe to Vanderpump Rules' announcement of a new crew and the Real Housewives of New York's recent cast reorganization. To be fair, the franchise was saved entirely by the cast relaunch that took place between seasons 1 and 2. It might work. However, how would it function with this particular franchise? Because Parsifal Roman 3 is Captain Glenn's sailing yacht, Below Deck Sailing Yacht would have to retain him. However, a reset would probably result in Daisy and Gary's deaths. Daisy is among the franchise's greatest chief stews. It would be a great loss if she left. Not so much for Gary, however. A fatal love triangle that permeated their work was a major theme in Daisy's story. Losing Gary might not be the worst thing because of the ongoing conflict off-camera. He is still a well-known figure even though the accusations against him appear to have been forgotten. Although he contributes to the reality TV moments, he has turned into a liability for the program. Colin has deliberately finished his chapter in the series, as we well know. Gary and Daisy's story might have come to an end based on the course of the current season. Their chapter together is just different, for better or ill. Could any of the existing cast members survive a reboot? Maybe the 22-year-old culinary genius, Chef Clois Martin. Although Clois may appear youthful to his fellow crew members, he is giving the visitors a delicious experience. That's the most significant factor in the long run. Another season may be on the horizon because he has contributed some exciting reality TV moments. But does Bravo have enough to keep him safe if he decides to start over? Viewers have not yet landed the remaining supplemental cast members. Not to mention David Morosi, the chief engineer. Nobody has demonstrated that this role is worthless for reality TV since Byron Hissey in Season 1. The big revelation about his previous marriage was shocking, to be honest. The supplemental cast has one disclaimer. A vitality restored once Emma Crouch's shaky work was replaced with Chase Lomax. Is it possible to pass him the torch used by the first officer? For Bravo, a pause is practically a kiss of death. A second Below Deck spin-off might be sunk if Below Deck Sailing Yacht is placed on hold. Below Deck Adventure was a one-season show. The series was drifting like dead weight, despite the fact that it introduced viewers to a new landscape. Bravo moved Captain Carrie Tytheredge over to replace Captain Lee Rosbach because they couldn't bear to lose him entirely. It is never desirable for a beloved show to end abruptly. For Below Deck Sailing Yacht, a pause at this time would be exactly that. Does the series qualify for redemption after at least one season? Although there won't be a lack of intellectual property because Below Deck Down Under is scheduled to return in 2025, Bravo would lose the distinctiveness of a series centered on a sailing yacht if it decided to drop Below Deck Sailing Yacht from its schedule. It has always been the underdog series. It never had the same glitz and popularity as the flagship series. Captain Sandy Yawn from Below Deck Mediterranean was a character they never had. They did, however, have that magnificent sail that allowed them to reach new heights. Before it's too late, safeguard your Below Deck Sailing Yacht now.